It's always really satisfying to watch when a character snaps and takes the most brutal revenge from his bullies. Today I have picked some moments from manhwa/manga where the preparators get completely wrecked. First one on the list is The Devil Returns to High School Days. Some bullies bully a guy to the point where he makes him jump off of the building. After that, the protagonist didn't even die but became a vegetative patient. He could feel and hear what's going on in his surroundings, but he couldn't move. He was lying on the bed like a dead person who's breathing. Some time passed and his younger brother also started getting bullied in high school. In his mind, our protagonist thought a lot on how to get revenge from his bullies. And after 3 years, he had a perfect plan, but still, he couldn't move. Suddenly, a miracle happened and our protagonist opened his eyes in his high school days. He was really shocked and thought that it's just a dream. To confirm that, he even stabbed his own leg with a pen, but he was still there. At that moment, he realized that he had returned. At the same time, one of the bullies who used to bully our protagonist was bullying someone else. Our protagonist remembered everything he had gone through and walked up to the guy, asking him to stop. As the bully looked back, the protagonist slapped him on the face. The protagonist didn't stop after one slap. He then grabbed the bully's head and smashed it onto the table. Next, he slapped and punched him in the face for quite some time before throwing him on the locker. Still, the protagonist didn't stop and kept hitting him. Right then, the rest of the bullies also entered the room to save their friend. They were ready to fight, but the teacher arrived in time and stopped them. Like that, the bullies returned to their own class and time passed normally until the class ended. Immediately after the class ended, the protagonist stood and grabbed the same bully and started beating him. Soon when the other bullies arrived in the classroom, it was already too late. Their friend had already taken a good amount of beating on the face. The big guy ran to attack the protagonist in fury. But the protagonist was completely calm. He grabbed a lock and smashed the guy's head with it. After getting his head smashed several times, the big guy fell unconscious. Without wasting a second, the protagonist ran and tackled the third bully down the ground. He punched the guy on the face continuously until he fell unconscious. In the end, only one bully remained. The last guy was already feeling really scared, thinking of running away. But his legs gave away as the protagonist approached him. However, the punch was just about to land when the teacher arrived at the scene and stopped them. The protagonist just smiled, not scared of the punishments because he knows this teacher's secrets and can easily blackmail. This manhwa didn't end here. There are multiple rage and revenge moments in the manhwa that I can't cover them all here. Plaything. This manhwa took off similar to the previous one. A girl got bullied to the point where she jumped off of the building. But in this manhwa, the girl actually died instead of becoming vegetative patient. The shocking part was that the girl's father was a really big figure in the country and didn't take any action against the bullies. In front of the press conference, he said that he would be forgiving all the perpetrators. Because of the news, people started commenting and cursing the father for not thinking of his daughter. They started questioning if that girl was even his daughter. But people didn't know what the dad was planning. He was really angry and revealed that he forgave the bullies because if the government had punished them, it would be really lenient. He would punish all of them himself, making them suffer the same fate his daughter suffered. For that job, he has adopted a girl named Karma. Karma will be entering the school to take revenge on the bullies. The first target in the list is a girl named Eun-jin, 15 years old. Karma entered the school like a normal cheerful girl, but that quickly changed when Eun-jin and her friends tried to gang up on her. As Eun-jin hit her once, Karma fought back with a punch to the face. Eun-jin fell to the ground, coughing out blood. Then, Karma stepped on her face and kept rubbing her slipper. Right then, an orange-haired girl tried to attack Karma with a chair, but Karma easily dodged that, making the girl lose balance. Immediately, Karma left Eun-jin and moved toward the orange-haired girl, tying her hands with her own long hairs. After that, Karma dragged the girl to the table and smashed her head on it. Not once, but again and again, until she fell unconscious. Next one is this black-haired girl. Seeing Karma approaching, the girl picked up a cutter and threatened her to not come closer. But Karma wasn't scared. She calmly walked up to the girl. She tried to attack Karma, but Karma was able to dodge all the attacks easily. Karma suddenly grabbed the girl's arm and smashed her on the ground. Before she could get up, Karma kicked her on the head and buried her in the locker. With that, Karma again returned to Eun-jin, who was crawling toward the door. Karma came running from behind and kicked Eun-jin out of the room. Afterward, Karma sat on her and kept punching her until she fell unconscious. This was just the first target. Go read the full manhwa for more. Next up on the list is Manhwa called Bones. In this world, gates opened and monsters started popping out. Many people gained supernatural powers, while many remained powerless. And this is our protagonist, who is getting bullied by some hunters in the class. Our protagonist is not powerless. He has an S-rank ability, infinite regeneration. But every time he heals, he feels immense pain. There's no combat powers granted with this ability, so he can only lie down and endure bullying while healing continuously. Once he gets healed, not even a mark remains, so there's no way to prove he's getting bullied. Even if he somehow gets proof and tells someone, nothing will happen. Because the police and the teachers always protect powerful hunters. In the end, the boy never told his mother anything because he didn't want her to get sad. Then tragedy struck. On her mother's birthday, she was found in vegetative state. It turned out that her mother got beaten by the same hunters who bullied him in school. Learning that, our protagonist snapped. He raged so much that his whole body started bleeding. He immediately headed out and found the bullies on the mountain. He tried to fight against them, but he was not a match. In the end, the diamond guy made a coffin of diamonds and trapped him underground. Now trapped in darkness, the protagonist wasn't able to do anything. He punched the coffin, but it was no use. He even tried to kill himself to end it all, but his ability didn't allow him to die. In the end, for his mother's sake, he kept punching the coffin. Soon, he discovered that the area that got injured multiple times and healed became bony. So, he continued punching, and finally after some years, he was able to break free. Immediately, he searched for his bullies and found them out. He first punched the diamond guy on the face, sending him flying. Finally, his body was revealed, who is now completely covered with bones. After punching the diamond guy, he ran toward the second bully and severed his head. He then grabbed the second one from the face, burying him underground. Right then, the diamond guy got up again and impaled the protagonist with hundreds of diamond spears. But the protagonist was completely fine. He plucked out the diamond spear from his body and impaled the diamond guy with it. Just look at this scene, a bully crawling on the ground, trying to get away. But the protagonist didn't show any mercy and pierced the diamond guy with multiple spears. And in the end, with some final punches, the bully was dead. Magic Emperor. This is a world filled with cultivators and many powerful beasts. Our protagonist, named Zhuo, was also a cultivator. In chapter 331 of this manhwa, one of Zhuo's friends named Ning was attacked by a cultivator. The cultivator was really cruel and attacked the defenseless girl cruelly. He killed the girl so painfully that it's hard to imagine. When Zhuo arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He turned really angry after seeing her body and immediately flew away to find the person who did this. The thing is, there was not only one villain, there were three, and Zhuo hunted them down one by one. After finding the first one, Zhuo Fan sealed his powers and chased him through the forest for several kilometers. The person's legs started bleeding and he was so tired he could die at any moment, but the fear of Zhuo made him keep running. In the end, the guy just died of tiredness and shock. Now on to the second one, the one who personally killed Ning. Zhuo Fan first sealed the guy's powers and then threw multiple worms on him. The special worms immediately entered the person's body and started eating him from inside. But Zhuo had used a curse that would make the person not die, but feel continuous pain. After some hours of enduring, he started begging for death, but Zhuo just enjoyed his suffering. After a day of enduring pain, this was what was left of him. His hair has fallen and his body has turned really thin, but he's still alive. Then, after 10 days, Zhuo Fan was satisfied and gave the guy relief of death. Now on to the last one, the person who ordered that guy to kill Ning. When a Zhuo Fan caught him, he literally just ate the guy, bite after bite. Subscribe and suggest more in the comments section.